Tally Hoes, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new, hello, hi, welcome. My name is Tally Sharp and it would mean the absolute world to me if you could hit that subscribe button and become part of my Tally Ho community. So welcome back to my channel, guys. How are we? I want you to comment down below how you're doing today. Are you okay? How are you feeling? I'm filming this the day after the 12th, so the 13th of April, and certain restrictions here in England have been lifted. I'm personally in high spirits and I'm so excited for the summer and just life to just get back to normal. Today I thought I would do another Q&A for you guys because there was a few comments on my last one saying like, where have you been? Why haven't you been posting some more of these? So that is basically what I'm bringing for you today. I've got some new questions which I'm super excited to answer and share with you guys. I asked you over on my Instagram, so make sure you go and follow me over there. I'm a lot more active on there. It's just a platform that's just easy to interact with you guys. But of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I actually have such an exciting video coming out next week, which I think that you are gonna absolutely love. Little hint, it involves my brother and it's like a sit down video, so get excited for that. Subscribe, turn on your bell notifications if you haven't done already so that you get notified when I upload, and also please give this video a thumbs up because it really helps me out. And without further ado, let's get straight into this Q&A. So I'm gonna start simple and the first question is literally, how are you today? You know what, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very tired, like I woke up like still tired, just wanted to sleep. I feel like I've been feeling tired for like a few days, you know? But apart from that, I'm feeling pretty positive and happy, and I just feel like, you know, we're finally being let out. We're being able to do things that we haven't been able to do for a long time. And the thing is I was in lockdown even when restrictions were lifted in the summer and also like in December. I've always been careful because my mum's high risk, whereas now I've got the jab, she's got the jab, my brother's got the jab, so I just feel a lot more free and a lot more happy and a lot less pressure on my shoulders that I'm going to be able to go out and enjoy myself this summer. So yeah, I'm feeling good, thank you. What was your lockdown binge series if you had one? Honestly, I had to write a list because I saw this and I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to remember all of them. But honestly, throughout this year, I have binge watched so many series. I've wrote them down. We've got Sex Education, Tiger King, White Lines was actually my favourite one, I have to admit. Queens of the South, Unforgotten, and Afterlife. If you haven't watched Afterlife, it's proper deep and it's a little bit sad, but I think that is one of my favourite series with Ricky Gervais, and he's kind of like my favourite comedian. Top Boy and Unorthodox. I've literally binge watched so much. I'm currently watching Good Girls on Netflix and I love it and I'm enjoying watching it, but I'm kind of like on my phone as I watch it because I feel like it's a bit slow sometimes, so it doesn't always keep me engaged. So like, I wouldn't say it's like one of my favourites. Sorry, Poppy, I know who recommended me to watch it and I have been enjoying it, but it's just one of those that like I keep in the background kind of thing, and like I follow along when I have to, like when something's kicking off. But yeah, if you haven't watched Sex Education, White Lines and Afterlife, you're missing out. Biggest regret? Honestly, I feel like I may have had actually this question before. I feel as though I don't really have regrets, and I think that's genuinely because I'm an overthinker. So I will think about something thoroughly. I'll think of like A to Z about why I'm doing it, like what could possibly go wrong, all of my plans. I do think that I need to let life just happen. So maybe that could be a regret, to be fair. Like I should just let things happen, have the mindset of it will be what it will be. Is that what it is? Let it be? No, you know what I mean. So yeah, I guess that could be like a little regret. It's definitely that's like something that I could work on. Just going with the flow, saying yes to life. That is exactly what I'm doing now. Now that lockdown's lifted and everything, I'm going to make a conscious effort to just say yes, like a conscious effort. or conscious thought, whatever, to say yes. Like my friend was like, do you want to go pole dancing class with me? And I really wanted to say no. But then I was like, do you know what? I'll go to one, I'll see how it is. I feel like that was a happy medium instead of just saying like, yeah, I'm gonna come every week. Do you know what I mean? And like other things as well. So of course, like there's so many different feelings about coming out of lockdown. Some people would be like super happy about it, and some may be a little bit nervous about it. I'm kind of in between, and I was invited to an event, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take you guys with me. I'm gonna vlog, but I kind of just wanted to say no, and my brother was like, Tal, like you literally have been cooped up for a year, and such a big part of my job is to go out and network, to mingle, to go to events. What are you doing, like not wanting to go? So that's like another little example of like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna enjoy myself. So just putting yourself out there and saying yes to life. If you were to get married, what sort of dress would you wear? Chunky but funky, I need inspo. Ooh. See, I feel like I've only ever thought about marriage when I was like 17, you know? And since then, my view on marriage is kind of like a little bit just, I don't really have an opinion, you know? I would still love to get married and everything, but yeah, like as for thinking about what I would want my, like I struggle with where I want my wedding to be. If I want to like make all my family like come to another country, like a hot country, and just have like a week of fun, that would be amazing. And then just like a small ceremony or whatever, or like a traditional English one, which I can't get married in a church anyway because I'm Jewish. But why am I rambling? I actually forgot why I'm rambling. Oh yeah, because I haven't really thought about it. So when I got the question, I went on Pinterest and I basically screenshotted a few examples of what I would wear, and I saw this one and I was like, that is me. That is me to a T. Look at her. Look at that dress. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. It's off the shoulder. I'll put a little screenshot here so you guys can see. It's got a slit leg, which is beautiful, and then it's flowy. So like once I've eaten all my cake and all of my food, like it's still gonna feel comfortable to wear. It gives you shape at the waist. It's lace, but it's like a corset looking, and it's just got so much detail and it's just beautiful. So I kind of fell in love with that one. So future husband, I should have given a warning before, but something like that is absolute goals. Then I've got like a few other ones, because obviously she's quite like small and obviously I'm plus size, so I'll put in a screenshot of this lady wearing something similar. But to be honest, the actual detailing and the lacing of the first one is what I'd want, because it's a lot thinner and it's a lot more elegant. And then there's a few other ones as well, which I'll put up now, and I just think like a slit leg is a bit of me. Something flowy, not skin tight. Yeah, not skin tight. But that could change, you know? Listen, I don't have no one. I'm a single Pringle, okay? But I would be for sure trying on so many dresses, like probably for hours. I think the main thing for me is like making sure that the dress doesn't look frumpy. Like obviously it's gonna be fitted, but you know when there's too much material in places, and if it doesn't sit right, then it's a no. But honestly, Pinterest for inspiration is where I go to. I've got like a Pinterest folder for like my home one day. I've got wedding ideas actually on there. Should we go through that? Let's go through that. Yes, Tally. Look how beautiful that is. Really romantic, elegant, classy, full of flowers. I'm honestly feeling like I'm probably not gonna get married in England. But I also don't want it to be like too hot. I've also got hair inspirations as well. Oh, I've actually got some wedding dresses in here. Wow, has my style changed? This is the kind of thing that was on there before. yeah. What is positive in your life at the moment? I love this question so much. I honestly do feel very, very positive. If I think about it, like, I have a lovely family. We are really close, we're a tight knit, and I have that circle of support and love if I need it. And then we're all quite similar and we're all quite independent. So it's kind of like, we don't have to be communicating every single day, but we know that they're there. And then, so I have a beautiful family, and then I have amazing friends. I've always felt like I've never had enough friends. I've never been accepted. I've never had that girl group from school that I would hang out with. However, this job is just really changing my life. Like, I meet so many new people, and then they introduce me to people, and we're in the same field and we're doing the same thing. And it's quite a hard industry sometimes, and it's just nice to have people who understand. And I've honestly met such amazing people. Some of them I haven't even met in real life, and I'm actually meeting them soon. We've planned, like, you know, when the restrictions are fully lifted in June and the nightclubs are open and stuff, we have this whole weekend booked, and I'm just so excited. You know, like, I feel that obviously this is back in time now, but you know, throughout school, I was bullied, I wasn't accepted, and, you know, I was always the fat kid. You know what I mean? Like, no one really wanted to hang out with me. And also I felt like because of that, I've really had to sort of overcompensate. So I was always like really bubbly and making jokes and trying to be big with my personality, to sort of make myself feel accepted and stuff. So I just feel like now I don't need to do that, and I accept myself, and therefore other people accept me. Along with friends, I feel that I've been doing a lot of therapy, and I'm really trying to therapy with myself, by the way. I haven't actually been paying for therapy, which is on my list to do, but I'm actually saving up to buy my own place, which goes into another reason why I'm happy right now. So I'm trying to like watch my purse, watch my wallet. Can girls say watch my wallet? Anyway, but that is something that I really, really want to do, like professional therapy. However, I do a lot of self-development things. I sit down with myself. I try and figure out my toxic traits when I'm not being fair, or you know what I mean? So I feel like that is constantly a process, a journey, but of course I'm working on it. And if someone was to tell me sort of where I was wrong, I would genuinely appreciate that feedback. So I genuinely feel like that's a good part of my life as well. And then going on to other things, like I obviously am doing a job which I absolutely love. Like I love you guys so much. I have this whole community behind me, and it just makes me feel so loved. This was always like a dream of mine. I've always been comfortable in front of the camera, and to actually then sort of edit that and put that out for the world to see, and it getting positive feedback just makes me feel like I'm stunned, and it makes me feel amazing. Of course, like it's hard work, and there comes other things like trolls and stuff, but really the good outweighs the bad so much. And honestly, like I don't want to get emotional, because like when I'm on camera it's kind of like therapeutic, so I could probably get a bit emotional right now. But yes, I'm doing a job I love, and now I'm able to start saving to buy my own place, so hopefully I'll be able to do that one day soon, or in the coming years, you know. And then I'm just sort of hoping that once we come out of this, we start seeing more people, my mental health will get better. I do struggle with that sometimes, but being busy and having purpose really helps me. And that sort of face-to-face interaction with this job is what kind of gives me that thrill and that feeling of fulfillment, if that makes sense. So I'm just excited about that. I want to travel and stuff. I've even saved some money in my little holiday fund bank account. That's how bad I want a holiday. Like, so as soon as it's possible, I'm out of here. And do you know what? I've actually been thinking that I wouldn't even mind going away on my own. I think it would be so nice. I could take a tripod, shoot my own content. It would be hard, but it would still be an experience. Take some books, like hopefully meet some people, and just enjoying my best life. So there's a lot of positive things. Thank you so much for that question. I really, really appreciate that. The next question is, what books did you read in lockdown? And I actually think that this is a really cute question because I've actually been reading a lot. I kind of told you guys that I'm not really a reader, but because I've wanted to really work on myself, I've got some books. And honestly, on the top of this list is 5 Love Languages. And this is a book all about love. It's like learning the different love languages, how you receive love, how you can give love. And honestly, it's a little bit of an eye-opener. I first read the Love Languages for Couples, and obviously I'm single, but that book was still such an eye-opener to just realizing how people work and how they register love. And I have been in a very long-term relationship before, so I could kind of just relate to it, and I feel like anyone could probably relate to it even if you haven't been in a long-term relationship. And then because I love that book so much, like I literally finished it in one day. I've now given it to 2 of my brothers, so like it's going around the family, guys. Like I figured out my love languages. Basically everyone has like a love tank, and to fill up that love tank, so like a love interest would have to fill up your love tank to make you feel like loved by them, if that makes sense. So for me, my love language 100% is quality time. So that could be doing face masks together with no phones, no technology, maybe some music, deep chats, looking in each other's eyes, you know, taking that time. Like time really is all we have in this world, don't you think? And if you're giving that to someone and you're enjoying that time, I just think that's so special. And then my second one after that would be like gifts. Personally, I love to give. I like to listen to people and like pick up on what they say. Like it's not even, oh, I really want this for my birthday. Obviously I'll listen to those points as well, but it's more about like, you know, we're scrolling the gram like, oh, I love that top or whatever it could be. And I'm like, all right. And then I try to like do that for them. I do it a lot with my mum. Like she'll just mention that she wants sushi, and then at some point I'll just go out and I'll make sure I get her sushi, or you know what I mean? Gifts. I feel that when I receive a gift and it's super thoughtful, it really makes me happy and very emotional. So that's another love language for me. The other ones are acts of service, physical touch, words of affirmation, and like I said, mine are gifts and quality time. It also helps you see like why some relationships don't work, and it's literally just because you're not understanding each other's love language. Honestly, I couldn't recommend this enough. When I read the singles one, it was good, but I actually kind of related to the couples one a little bit more. And then I read Emotional Agility. Now, actually, this book had such a staple in my lockdown. Obviously, you guys know that I've been working out a lot at the moment and I have lost some weight, and it's got a lot to do with this book. It's all about how to deal with your emotions, which I kind of need to read again because I feel like the first time it really helped me with my emotional habit of eating, the emotional attachment I have to food. So it helped with that, but now I feel like I need to read it again because genuinely I'm very sensitive. I take things personal, and it would be kind of good to see what else the book can offer me once I read it again. So like I said, the book really helped me with my emotional eating, and it's actually it just made me click. It made me realize a few things. And mostly that I was attached to food, very emotionally attached to food. Like if I was having a bad day, I would reward myself or make myself feel better by going to McDonald's or by getting an ice cream or by whatever. And now it's kind of taught me to feel my emotions, let it sort of sink through my body, and it will pass. Of course, that doesn't mean I don't enjoy those foods, because I do, so I'll have them, but that actual emotional attachment I feel has really dissolved. So I do love that book, but also I did find it quite a hard read. Only certain things from the book really resonated with me. Other things I was kind of just like reading, like it took me a while to finish that book. There was a lot of experiments explained and spoken about, and I was just kind of like, oh, like it does drag a little bit. So, you know, if you can get it secondhand or whatever, I'll leave all of these linked down below, by the way, all of these books that I mentioned, just to make it easier for you. I did also watch some YouTube videos, because basically what the book did is it really triggered like thinking about my relationship with food. And then I would like watch some videos as well. I'll try and find them, but if I can't, I'm really, really sorry. But it was basically just about the mindset, and it made me feel like it's okay to have that sort of attachment to food, and that actually food industries put things in your food to make you attached. And knowing that just really helped me, because, you know, we are hard on ourselves. It's kind of just nice to know that actually, hold on a minute here, I'm being played. And then I will just briefly talk about these next three, because I didn't fully read them, but I read Women Who Overthink, which actually just triggered me to overthink more and just sort of panic. I've tried to read it twice, and every time I'm like, oh, this is too much, and I put it down. So maybe I'm not ready for that one yet. And then we've got Women Are From Mars, Men Are From Venus. No. Men Are From Mars, Women From Venus. And that was okay, but I listened to the author's like podcast, like he featured in a podcast, and he was saying that it's really outdated and that he's actually got a new one, and I haven't read that. And then the last book is called Attached, which I thought was super, super interesting. But when I started reading this book, this was kind of the time where I was starting to just not want to read anymore. I was kind of getting to that stage where, okay, I've had enough now of reading, but I'll definitely come back to it and read it properly. Basically, everyone has an attachment style to their partner or to their parent, whatever relationship it could be. There's like three main ones, which are anxious, avoidant, and secure. And basically, whoever you're in love with or attached to, whatever their attachment style is, will cause you to have an attachment style. So let's say you and your partner are both like secure people, secure lovers, which means that you both don't really have like trust issues. You're both secure with each other, you trust each other, that's great. But let's say you're in love with someone who has like quite an avoidant attachment style. I feel like this might be boring, I don't know. But if your partner has an avoidant attachment style, that might make you an anxious lover to them. Whereas let's say you were with a person who is secure, they will give you that security, and you won't be as anxious, you'll be more secure. And there will be like a percentage out of the three that you are, if that makes any sense. So I haven't read too much on it, but I was listening to some podcasts about it, and I think that that's super interesting. There's methods to all these things, and I think it's fascinating, honestly. Next question, have you tried online dating? Story time of fun, awkward, or romantic dates? Ooh. Yes, I have done some online dating. There's been a few people in the DMs which I've been like, oh, you're kind of cute, and they'll message me, and you know, we start talking a little bit, and if we vibe, we vibe. And then I did have Hinge as well, but I'm not on there anymore. I don't really have any story times for you. I would obviously, of course, like to meet someone organically, but really the way the world is now, everything's online. So I do feel like, you know, that's the way forward. So the next question is how to find peace while having so much hustle. Love you loads. I love you too. How to find peace whilst having hustle. I think that there needs to be a balance of life. You need to make sure that you are doing things that make you happy. Work is not life, and life is not work. Yeah. So allowing yourself time to do things, a holiday or going out for brunch, or if obviously you're an introvert, allowing yourself time to have a bath with no technology, or doing therapy, or listening to a podcast. The way I find peace is talking about it. I love to talk to my family. If I am confused, any type of emotion, frustrated, if I am feeling angry, I'll talk to my family, they will centre me, they will tell me the honest truth. I think it's really, really important who you have in your circle, that you're not just having enablers in life. Those are the people who basically just agree with everything you're doing to make you happy. And let's say it's not a good idea, they'll just still go along with the fact that it's a good idea because they don't want to, you know, step on your toes or anything. You don't want people like that. You want people who are going to tell you that you're wrong, that are going to tell you when you could have done better. They're going to tell you when you've done good. You know, they're going to tell you that they're proud of you. Like, people who actually love and care for you deeply. That's personally how I find peace. Things become clearer, just talking about it just becomes clearer. And that brings me peace. That's always brought me peace. You know, you don't like to feel like you're unhelpable or whatever, and you're not. You really aren't. You talk to someone else has gone through it. That helps me personally to know that I'm not alone. And also another thing that brings me peace, like let's say I am in a bad place, like I will go and search things on the internet. I kind of wish like when I was younger that I had that option, because I used to get bullied about like having hair on my belly and stuff, and now I saw a poster of this girl who was promoting gym workout gear and she had a hairy tummy, and I was like, wow, like if I saw that back in the day, I would have felt so much better about myself. Or if I had YouTube to go and search like tummy hair, or do you know what I mean? This day and age, everyone is more open. And if they're not, they're just the wrong people. I feel like I keep going off on tangents today, but yeah, that's kind of how I find peace. And it does come in waves, guys, like the hustle mentality or the workload. For me, I'm like super motivated. I have so many ideas. It's just getting those ideas like actually out there, filmed, edited, done, happy with it, let's put it out. It's like a process. And of course, sometimes, let's say I'm going through a bad mental health stage or something, I will take my time to find peace before I find that hustle. But also it's important to sometimes push yourself anyway. Like today I was feeling really, really tired. And then I was like, should I film? Should I not film? Yeah, I'm gonna film. Do you know what I mean? Like it's, some people can get sort of lazy with it. I can definitely get lazy with it. So there needs to be just a healthy balance of pushing yourself and giving yourself that time that you need. Like for example, today, I was thinking, well, you had a day off yesterday. All you did was admin in the morning and then you had all the afternoon off. So really you don't have an excuse. Like, you're going to be bored anyway throughout the day just watching Netflix. You might as well film a video, be productive. It makes you feel so much better when you're productive, and then chill in the evening. Also scheduling, putting in deadlines in your phone, having your calendar actually being used is such a good way to just stay on top of things. I do also think that peace comes with doing something that you love. Like, if you really hate your job, for example, how are you going to go home and feel fulfilled after that job? How are you truly going to feel peace and happiness if you're doing something that you don't enjoy? I think everyone should follow their dreams. It used to be like my little slogan, my little quote that I had it on the back of my iPad. I had books that said it, like it was my sentence to follow your dreams. And then it's so much easier to pick yourself up and do that hustle. What airline did you work for when you were a flight attendant? So I've been sharing recently that I was a flight attendant. I was with BA. I was only there for a year and I got so ill and I actually wasn't allowed to fly home. Luckily, my mum was on this trip with me. We were in Dominican Republic, and then they didn't let me on the next flight. Well, did they not let me on the next flight? Was it the flight after? I can't actually remember. But I was so lucky to actually get on the flight home because the doctors were like, is she fit to fly? Is she not fit to fly? And honestly, after that trip, I was just like, I think this is the end of the road for me. The pressure on your body is very intense. And for me, I think I was going through some sort of intolerances to some foods that I was eating out in these countries, and my stomach would burn and I actually couldn't walk. I had lots of tests done before I went to then live in Canada after that job. and the tests basically said that I had like irritable bowel syndrome, which I kind of don't think I have, but I've actually just found this website online where you send in strands of your hair and they do an allergy test on you to see what vitamins you're lacking, what minerals you're lacking, what you're intolerant to, what you're allergic to, and I've never had a test like that done before, so I'm excited to get that. So yeah, my body wasn't okay, so I did have to call it a day, and then I went to live in Canada anyway, which was an experience in itself. I do think that British, like if I was to be a flight attendant again, which I probably wouldn't just because of my health, like I wouldn't personally work for EasyJet and stuff because they are obviously just in Europe and their stopovers aren't long, so basically you're doing so many multiple different flights in one day and you work really, really hard. The money with EasyJet though, I've heard, is a lot better than working for BA. But with BA, you really go out and you explore the world, you go to all the Caribbean countries, like you're really a regular in these countries, you make friends, it is a different lifestyle change, like you're on holiday all the time. You are hardly home though, so do take that into account. You would get home, you would do a night flight, so you'd get home at like 7 a.m. and that's classed as a day off. Well, that's classed as a working day, and then you'd have 2 days after that off at home. So you'd have like 2.5 days, maybe once a week at home, and then other than that, you'd be in Barbados soaking up the sun. Crew life is so much fun. People are fun. Sometimes you can get a bad crew. It's not every time that you'll find groups of people to go out with. Like I went to Vegas for my 21st, literally 2 days after my 21st, and no one wanted to go out with me. I still went, walked around the strip, went to the casino, went to a show. So I still had fun. If you're happily independent, it's a great job for you. It can be a little bit lonely as well, but I wouldn't change those experiences for the world. If you guys can actually get that job, it's a really good job. I loved it. Will you do high street haul to encourage money to be spent locally rather than online? No. No, like high street brands, let's be honest here, who stock plus sizes? Okay, do Zara? No. Topshop's not even a thing anymore. New Look, but you know, River Island, there's just such a limited, I still feel that there's such a limited plus size curve collections on the high street. I don't particularly enjoy going out shopping and getting disheartened that things aren't fitting me properly. I'd kind of much rather do that at home, send it back to the post office. That's just kind of my style personally. Of course, I love a high street like Primark, get some socks, blah, blah, blah. But obviously, even with their plus sizes, they're far and few between. Is that what you say? Yeah. So the last question, because I feel like this video is going to be super long, like it's on 25 minutes and I already filmed another 25-minute part of this video. So the last one is literally, it's not even a question, but it's, I really love the way that you reply to all your negative shit with a shit emoji. You know what, like I feel that, you know, I do get trolled and sometimes, most of the time, obviously like the more viral or the more people that see your content, the more hate you're gonna get, let's be honest. And I did have a video that I put on Instagram and TikTok and they both did really, really well, like near the millions, and I got a lot of hate. And the good always outweighs the bad. Like there's thousands and thousands of uplifting, beautiful comments, but then there are those few bad ones that you just think, what? And because I would never hate on someone or troll someone like that, sometimes I find it hard to comprehend. And I do sometimes feel bad to reply to them. When I read them, I'm just sort of so stunned. And then I want to reply. And it's kind of that like, well, should I be a good influence and not reply? Or should I reply something cheeky, funny, that might annoy them a little bit more? Or should I try and educate them? And it's just all of these questions. Most of the time I do sort of just read it, laugh, block, delete. But other times I feel like I really want to say something, so I will do it. And then other times I just find it funny and I just want to respond, because I just think, how can you be sort of so close-minded, and how can you be so like nasty, you know? But in life, not everyone's gonna like you, not everyone's gonna love you. And I'm just so grateful for all the love and support that I do get. I'm honestly so excited for you guys to see next week's video. It hasn't been filmed yet. We're filming it in 2 days. By the time this video is up, it would have been filmed. I'm kind of nervous about it, but make sure you give my brother lots of love, because he's in this video and I'm super excited. Well, tally hoes, I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. This video shout out is to Tasha. Thank you so much for commenting on my last video. It means the world to me when you guys comment. If you want to be shouted out in my next video, then all you have to do is comment down below and you may be picked. I'll see you very soon for my next video. I love you so much. Bye guys.